The taste of extinction. Late 19th century Paris. Belle Époque. The Singing Baguette. Part 7. The city was as if trapped in a giant vacuum pack. Even the oxygen was parched. The cold wave of -12 degrees Celsius froze all the moisture in the air, and the biting wind swirling through the concrete jungle was as sharp as a sheet of glass scratching the skin. Shu looked at the gray sky through the window and let out a long sigh. Even the breath he exhaled became white particles and quickly scattered. The powerful ceiling heater in the office hummed all morning, spewing out hot, dry air mixed with dust. That wind took the moisture from Shu's eyes, and his throat cracked like a drought-stricken rice paddy. Shu rubbed his lips, which had become rough, with the back of his hand. The ends of his lips were already cracked, with a slight scent of blood. To quench his thirst, an authentic French baguette sandwich he had bought from a nearby bakery cafe sat on his desk. It looked golden and appetizing, but it was another disaster for Shu. The moment Shu bit into the baguette, a sharp pain struck his mouth along with an ominous crunch sound. The crust of the baguette wasn't crispy. It was tough. Every time his teeth pierced the bread, a stinging pressure was felt in his gums, and the sharply broken bread pieces scratched Shu's palate mercilessly like razor blades. The bread's crumb had already lost its moisture and scattered like parched grains of sand. Above all, instead of the savory aroma inherent to flour, the fishy and sour aftertaste of artificial yeast, added excessively to reduce fermentation time, stuck to his mucous membranes and wouldn't come off. Shu felt his sore palate with his tongue and set the sandwich down. The wounds and disappointment left in his mouth further fueled his thirst. "See, I told you that wasn't the right baguette. You get fooled every time and still buy it." A low, warm voice tickled Shu's ear. It was Minwo. He seemed to have come near the office to pick Shu up after work. Minwo naturally came behind Shu's chair and wrapped his large hands around his shoulders. The cold outside air remaining on the hem of Minwo's coat and his warm body heat hidden beneath it touched the nape of Shu's neck. Minwo very carefully stroked the area around Shu's bruised lips with his fingertips. "It hurts. The crust is like plastic. I think my gums are all ruined. Modern breads are all like that. They forcibly break the gluten bonds and pour in additives to increase productivity. It looks crispy on the outside, but in reality, it's just firewood with all the moisture gone. A real baguette, Shu, should crumble like a cloud at the first bite, while the inside should be as moist as freshly cooked rice." Minwo laughed low, resting his chin on Shu's shoulder. Shu's ears, touched by his breath, quickly flushed hot. Without hesitation, Minwo took the half-eaten sandwich from Shu's hand and threw it into the trash can. Then, he intertwined his fingers with Shu's, holding them firmly. "On a dry day like today, let's go eat real, living bread instead of that fake stuff. You've never heard the sound of bread singing by itself, have you? I'll let you hear it."